Reasons why we fail in life. See, in life, we usually fall, we usually fail. Failing is a natural part of life that you should embrace and accept, but it is not something that you take it as a reality and stop trying to be successful. So let's keep this in mind and let's find out some of the main reasons why people fail in life. The first reason is lack of persistence. Persistence is the ability to go follow your dreams even when you are failing continuously. When you take a look at the lives of many successful people, you see that they have faced a ton of failures before they got success, which means you need to grind hard and never give up on your dream until you get there. As you keep going through the life stories of so many successful people around the world, one thing that is very certain is that failure will come as an obstacle on your way. But if you're ready to face it, and if you're ready to get up and walk again towards your dreams in the right direction, you will surely end up in a success destination. If not, you would just stay in the same situation where you are, or even in a worse situation in the future. So the second reason why people fail is the fear of failure itself. Most people on this earth, nearly 70% of the people do not even try to take the first step towards achieving their goals. People are so feared of failing that they don't even try to make their first move. Ever since our childhood, we have been trained through our education system and our parents that failure is a bad thing, and if you fail in an exam, you're a failure for your life. If you fail when trying to do something, you're a failure throughout your life. That's what we are taught. But in reality, you cannot learn something new, or you cannot do something new if you don't try. And every time you try, there are higher possibilities for you to fail in the beginning before you get success. So make sure that you come out of this fear of failure, that a fear of failure that is stopping you from taking that first step, and start going towards it. Fail often, fail big, fail small, but never give up. The third reason why people fail is because people lack planning towards their success. There is a beautiful quote that is evergreen in the motivational world, that is, if you fail to plan, that means you're planning to fail. Planning is important for you to get to the success. You need to have a plan of how you're going to do and what you're going to do, so that you do not fail or do not take a different direction. Because when you plan, you know that you're going in a straight way. But when you don't have a plan, every path looks like a straight way for you, even if it is not leading to the destination that you are desiring to go for. So make sure that you plan your success, plan your life, plan your steps. Always at least have 3 steps planned for you even before you start taking your first step. And the fourth reason why people fail is because of the procrastination. Procrastination is just trying to push the important things to tomorrow. Let me tell you my own story. I started my YouTube channel 2 years back, but it took me 2 years to put up the first YouTube video. That was because I said every day that I will do it tomorrow, and that tomorrow never came until these 2 years. Excuses are always good for the one who is making them, but let me tell you, every excuse is always taking you a step away from your dream life that you want to live. If you are saying, I will do something tomorrow, if you are saying, I will do my homeworks tomorrow, if you are saying, I will start recording from tomorrow, that means you are pushing your success one day far from you. Let me tell you, the reason why you're not successful right now is because you did not take your first step in your past, because of which you never started your journey. The reason why you have not reached your success right now is because you did not take the required steps to be successful today. As we heard, there are only 2 best times for you to plant a dream. The first best time was 10 years back, and the second best time is right now. So stop procrastinating and start doing what you're supposed to do. Start following your dreams, start taking actions, start taking your first step, and avoid procrastinating as much as possible. The fifth reason for someone to fail is lack of self-discipline. Self-discipline is the ability for you to do something that you said you would do every day, despite of the fact of how you feel about it. We see there are so many channels on YouTube that have one video or two videos or three videos. They have never came back to put the fourth video. The reason why those channels are not successful is because the creators lack the self-discipline to put content consistently. If you do not have consistency, if you are not self-disciplined enough to do the things regularly, you will end up in a situation where you do when you feel like doing it. And let me tell you, every path towards success is boring. You cannot rely on your motivation or your mood to be successful. If you want to be successful, the only way is to be self-disciplined. Disciplined enough to do the things even when you feel like not doing them. That is the only way for you to grow. That is the only way towards success. The sixth reason is negative mindset. People with negative mindset always end up in chaotic situations. People with negative attitude usually complain about things and do not take accountability for their mistakes. They keep complaining and saying all the negative stuff that can happen if you try to take your step. As the result, people slowly become low self-esteem. They start doubting themselves, which will end up in a lack of self-confidence. If you reach a point where you do not have confidence in your own self, you do not have motivation in yourself, you will end up being either a procrastinator or someone who has the fear of failure and never take your first step. What happens? You will end up as someone who did nothing to achieve success. The seventh reason, unrealistic expectations. You cannot expect to live in a mansion if you're not working enough to buy a mansion. There is nothing called do nothing and get everything. You have to do, you have to work for it. You only get what you work for. As long as you're not working enough and having expectations that are beyond what you can achieve, then you will end up in failure situations. You will end up somewhere where you eventually lose the confidence and the zeal to work, and you will end up being a loser. So what is the solution? Solution is simple. Have short-term plans which you can actually achieve if you do a little more than what you're doing already. Have a dream that is achievable right now, so that once you achieve it, you can go to the next level and achieve your second dream. That's how you can scale from a place where all your dreams looked unrealistic to a place where everything is reality. You can only climb one step at a time. If you try climbing a full stair with one jump, that's not gonna happen. Set small targets, achieve them, and set a bigger target, then achieve it. Then set a target which is bigger to achieve it, and just keep continuing. The eighth reason, the lack of resilience. Resilience, a state of mind where you're not ready to accept your failure, but you're ready to fight back. Failing to bounce back from setbacks or failures can prevent a person from growth and hinder future success. For you to become successful, you need to have the open mind to learn from your mistakes and implement what you have learned, and try avoiding the mistakes that you have already done and start again. The last reason why people fail in life is because people do not have the focus and mostly distracted. Most people in the society right now have all the things they need, but one thing that is lacking is the focus towards achieving something. The concentration span of people is growing lesser and lesser day by day, because of which we are distracted by n number of things around us that we tend to grab all the things at a time, which not only makes your life miserable, confusing, hard, but it makes you end up in the same place where you are. We have distractions available in plenty in this present day world. Be it social media, any platform, you have all that you need readily served for you. But the thing is, since there is an oversupply of things, we end up in confusion of what to take first. So decide on one thing and then focus on that thing and start going towards it. So that is the way for you to get out of the lack of focus. It is important for you to note that failure is a natural part of your life. When you take account of successful people's life, you always see that they faced a lot of failures before they even got to the point of where they got success. They learned, they were persistent, they faced their fear of failure, and they had a plan. They stopped procrastinating. They had the self-discipline to follow the plan that they had, and they had a positive mindset through which they were able to be positive even at the times of troubles and failures. They had realistic goals set which they achieved one by one. They were resilient, learned from their mistakes and start doing it all over again, and they had the focus of building their life in a right way. If you keep all these things in mind and start following the right way, one day you will also be among the people who are successful. With that prayer in mind, I wish you all a very successful life. This is our voice motivation. Please do subscribe to the channel and show us your love.